Guys, the unthinkable happened last week.
What happened?
I finished Marco's order. I can't believe it.
Oh,
I actually did it.
What an accomplishment.
Must be nice, dude.
I know.
Wow.
Not only did I finish it, I forgot the package when I left to work, and I promised you I was going to ship it, so I went home and had to pick it up and then had to ship it. And it worked really well because you got it actually much earlier than I was expecting. I was expecting Thursday.
Yeah, it came very quickly. Kind of like Zach in the bedroom.
Wow.
Wow, how dare you?
Damn.
But I will say, people, this is a great example of when you put pressure on companies. You just make your voice be heard, and you just are relentless
I mean, secretly,
in a respectful way.
Every time he said something, I just added like a few extra days to the projected, oh, this has happened.
Is that what's
Kept
happening?
pushing it out.
No, I'm sick right now. That's why your stuff isn't done. Your stuff will
You
be
just
done.
said you weren't sick. You just said that.
Yeah, I got over being sick. I was sick the other day. But now I'm not sick anymore.
You said you never got it.
Like a phoenix. No, I didn't say that. I said never tested positive.
Dean's
I
like,
could have been
sounds
sick
like
before.
you've been home a lot then.
No, actually, I haven't been home a lot.
So you've been out infecting people?
Jeez,
No,
man.
the CDC says when you're symptom free, you can go about your life.
Come on, that's the Texas way, though, right? You just don't let the virus
Yeah,
win.
It's
Just go about
me,
your
right?
life.
It doesn't exist if you don't believe it, right, Dean?
I've never said that.
I know, me neither. I don't know. I thought you might. But yeah, Dean, I look forward to this time Tuesday and you telling me how great of a job I did on the head sculpt.
It is Tuesday.
No, like next Tuesday. Like this time
future.
Tuesday.
All
Yeah,
right,
next Tuesday.
Everybody, whether you're watching live or in the chat or on the replay, next Tuesday, if he doesn't have this done, I want you to bombard his email, Zach at Collecting Weekly.
What the hell? How dare you dox me? How dare you? How dare you? Everyone, if you want to say a bad thing to Dean, go to 3420 Jones Avenue, San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
78. Just kidding.
You put your CW email everywhere. How dare you?
Oh boy! If anyone sends me an email, I will fucking sue you for.
Allegedly.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of floor gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Marco.
And I'm Eddie.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. We do that.
We do.
I want to give a quick shout out to everybody. Again, whether you're watching live, on the replay, listening at home in your car, on the toilet, I don't know, wherever you're at. Shout out to you.
Could have a toilet in a car like a bus. Some buses have toilets.
Yeah, or that chick with on that commercial with ulcerative colitis. Crazy commercial. Anyway.
What?
Whoa. Damn.
I don't know that that's like a top of the tongue type thing. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I keep getting it on my YouTube when I'm sitting here drawing, and I'm like, I just have like a YouTube
hanging out with Ben
playlist
too
going.
much. But I do that,
Yeah.
Mine is that sweaty Marvel Snapped guy. Imagine if you could play a game where you can't just buy your way to victory.
So you guys don't have YouTube Red, is what I'm picking up.
Apparently I can't use my ad blocker on YouTube because they fucking hate us, even though we're employees, which is bullshit.
I only get Dana from StreamYard. So
Yeah, I get Dana from StreamYard and ulcerative colitis person.
I'm so sick of Dana from StreamYard.
I've never gotten Dana from StreamYard. That's wild.
I get her
I'm
every time.
yeah,
I'm gonna get
everybody's
it.
got her. It's crazy.
we have a show. I don't know if it's gonna be a good show. We have Zio joining us here in a little bit, hopefully. We also have Sam Gifts in the chat, Toy Mafia, Paul Schreiber, King Dingling, Trevor Weed, Six Guns Figs, DJ Rayner, Sam Gist. What did we just stumble into? The Trial of Zach. JB Badfish, Sam Gist, Gilbert A. Evil Lane. Oh my God, Evil Lane Kramer. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all. It's like,
oh my God, he looks like
the whole.
Wait, go back to it. He looks
wait, is
like
this the
CeeLo
same one
Green.
that did? Jesus Christ!
Oh my God.
Is this whoever's been doing the Daniel? Is this whoever's been doing the Daniel? Someone ban him. Rainer
There's a
got
rat
all the
out
cold
there.
weather, driving my leg pain crazy. Hashtag I'm on Viking and Yomo. Yomo, we got to get you on After Dark, so send me a message.
So what's up with the weather over there? Sorry, I'm interrupting here, but
In Texas?
It's cold as
yeah,
shit.
It's
like how cold we talking?
Muy cold.
Let's see. Right now, I think it was like 24 last time I checked.
24. There we go. Draw the line. Sam Gist. Lane says the CW crew. Congrats to Zach again. This is the good lane, the Angel lane, on getting the Amazing Spider-Man.
Is there a good lane?
Oh, there's a great lane.
Okay.
X-Men Supreme, Loki. Calvin, I do have a package. I do need to send it to you. My wife and I got, I guess, COVID last week, so I will send it to you ASAP as possible.
Wait, last week? First it was this weekend. Now it's last week.
I've maintained it was Friday that we started feeling sick. That's last week. You know how weeks work? You probably think it's fucking still Friday. Jeez, with your sleep schedule. Last week, that's 2 sleeps ago.
Okay, don't fucking hate on me just because you gotta wake up early and I don't.
Yeah, well, I know. I hate
Someone's
it.
fucking jealous, guys.
I am jealous.
Yeah, look at
Peanut
this
butter
guy.
and jealous. We have a very special segment, Dean, that we start off all of our best shows with.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Wow.
It's new this week.
I guess that's fucking Marco's bit from now on. Jesus.
Wow.
I was taking a
You can
tea. I was
take
coughing.
over Drew this week.
What the fuck, dude?
What?
I quit the
Okay, get your ass back in here. You made me watch Space Nazis the movie. You're fucking. I'm gonna make
What?
Wow.
Rebel Moon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. I forgot that was this week.
That was Hans Lanza, bro. Anyways, what are we gonna do this week?
Yeah, what did
He
we
didn't
get
do the
this
thing.
week?
He didn't do the thing.
Yeah. Sorry, you got me in a fucking.
Got him in a tizzle.
Yeah.
For our audio listeners out there, Dean took too fat a swig of his sweet tea, and he was choking hard. So someone had to step in, and I knew Eddie wasn't going to do it. Anyways, this is what I got new this week.
Catching
This
strays.
God, poor Eddie.
He's right.
we got to give him. Yeah, he knew. He knew. So this is the Zach's Wonderland package. This is a portion of it. I'll take pictures of the rest of it. But yeah, so these rock bases, really awesome. So what is this paint that you're using now on these, Zach? This kind of took these to the next level.
Yeah, so before they were a pain in the ass to make. Now they're just a dirty pain in the ass to make. But it's AK Terrain's Dark Earth diorama, and we had seen another someone on, I think, Instagram had kind of started using this paint on some dioramas, and it looked really nice, and it's a pretty easy effect to get. And you picked up a bottle, or I guess like a jar in this case, and we started using it on some of those bases. I found a few extra ones when I was cleaning my garage, and I think they came out really good.
Yeah, so love these diorama bases. Like I'm always saying, I wish Hot Toys would make more display bases without the nameplate, because I like these in like these larger dioramas. So I got something cooking. Maybe I'll share it someday. Maybe I won't. And you can just guess on how it all came out. But then the Black Panther base, which I saw a preview of at OxCon. That's how long this has been in the works.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I got
finally
sick.
Yeah, you got sick. No, I was giving you a hard time, but I'm definitely patient. My display is a
depressed.
mess right now. So yeah, it's actually perfect timing as things come together. As you can see, I've sold all my figures back here. And then the last piece was Zach sent over this really cool puzzle. So we were talking about what would be cool for Gigi. And this is I guess a puzzle that they used to give to immigrants when they were entering Ellis Island. And so she solved it within, just as a new attorney.
Well, no.
As
She's
a
an
new
immigration
attorney.
lawyer. She's an immigration lawyer. So I
There
wanted
you
to get
go.
her
So-
something that had to deal with the history of immigration. That's a
So
thoughtful
so
gift.
she solved it right away though. She wanted everyone to know she solved it right away. But yeah, really, really cool. And so she was like really confused at first, but she appreciated the effort, Zach.
Yeah, and like back in the day, if you didn't solve this right, they sent your ass back on that boat and sent you back to where you came from.
God,
so.
imagine.
Yeah, you're a little
You're
kid,
just trying to come to this
a bunch of puzzle pieces.
You're just trying to open a pasta shop in the United States, and then they send you back.
The Godfather movie would have been much shorter. No, it's
Right.
that's what it is. It's a historical thing from Ellis Island. Yeah.
And they 3D printed it back in the day. That's crazy.
I know.
Well, they made it out of wood. The original 3D
It looks like
printer.
Cyclops' head. That's crazy.
That looks like your head from the side.
As a matter of fact.
Damn.
It wasn't funny at all.
Can we all just get along?
Sam Gist is saying that we've got to.
So much?
It's a good question. Sam Gist is saying we've got to give this to Ben next time he's trying to enter this country. So this will be a good one for us to administer.
I give him something else when he enters this country.
Wow.
A knuckle sandwich.
Head?
One could be so lucky.
Why'd you have to make it that way? Huh? It was clearly not that.
What was it?
Oh, my clear.
It was anal, Zach.
Oh, okay.
So what was that? Just the other end.
The other end.
Wow. So he's not here, but Ben got these Scarecrow, and actually that pose on Alfred is fucking sick. He got these from 12-inch Moose Stream, and he wanted us to shout them out since he couldn't make it tonight. So
thanks,
hope
Moose.
you're having fun, Ben.
What a
Thanks,
sweetheart.
Moose. What an angel. What a gift from God.
He's a really
I
good
love
guy.
that guy. I love Moose. We should make that a sticker. Eddie, what did you get this week?
I got in the Frazetta Girls Icon Collectibles Dark Wolf. It is the first figure from their new line, and it is awesome. It's kind of like a Mythic Legions if you had to compare it to anything, but it's like pretty much a dude in a Tarzan outfit, but it's pretty sick, dude. The sculpt and like the way the anatomy looks and everything, they like painted and sculpted it really well. It comes with cool accessories. The articulation it's good. There could be better things about it, but it's pretty good and it looks really good. Like it's one of the best looking sculpts and paint jobs that I've ever had.
What
on a figure?
Is it like what scale? Is it more like McFarlane scale or like Mythic Legion scale or Hasbro scale?
It's 7 inches. It fits perfectly with Mythic Legions though.
Okay.
I don't know if the figure itself is 7 inches, but I don't know if every figure in the line will be 7 inches.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So that could be 1/12.
Yeah, it could just be like a big ass barbarian.
Yeah. So
that's cool. Yeah, because you could put him in with like a Conan figure or like a Death Dealer, just dark fantasy. Like it's badass. It's a cool looking figure.
Yeah, any of those, dude. And it was sold out for the longest, but now it's back up for pre-order on Big Bad. So if you guys want to pick it up, it's like $10 more on Big Bad than it was because originally with shipping it was $80, but on Big Bad it's $90. So it'll be like $95 if you get it from Big Bad. But yeah, so I got that in. It's really awesome. And then I got in the Mezco exclusive White Ranger. This went up like 2-3 weeks ago maybe, and I picked that up. I missed the Green Ranger, and I'm glad I got the White Ranger because it's freaking awesome, dude.
Damn, I'm really bummed I missed out on this one. This is sick.
Clean.
Yeah,
we could have got the Green Ranger at SDCC. They
were sold out by the time we got to the booth, though.
I know, but like if I paid attention, I could have. No, I know it was sold out when you got it, but like I mean, if I tried, we were there. I could have got it, but I didn't even try.
We totally blew it.
Yeah, so now I love it so much. I have the team on order.
Wow.
But I'm going to have to try and go back and pick up that Green Ranger. But it was fun as hell. Like I was watching clips on YouTube of the movie and of old episodes and like posing it while watching the clips, and that was fun. Very nostalgic. And then this came in today. I got this from my brother. This is the So Toys Rorschach.
Hell yeah.
Badass figure, bro.
Yeah,
badass figure.
It's dope. I had it before, and I sold it back when I was changing up stuff, and I regretted it. But my brother, he had it, and he was no longer like he wasn't gonna get the team, so he's like, dude, I'm not gonna get the team. If you want it back, you could have it for what I paid. And so I was like, yeah, dude, for sure. So I was able to get that back, and now hopefully I can end up getting the Comedian and Ozymandias. They haven't. Those are the only two that Soso's done so far, and I think they teased Dr. Manhattan, but they haven't like put him up for pre-order yet.
Yeah.
Rorschach is the best part of that movie.
Dude, he literally is. He's my favorite, and then second favorite is Comedian, just because he's an asshole. So.
Jackie Earl Haley, the guy that plays Rorschach, lives here in San Antonio.
Really?
Wow.
Is he actually like 5'5"? He's like really short in the movie.
I've never seen him in person, but I heard he is very small.
Yeah, because next to any other 1/6 figure, this is a small. It's a small figure, but he was really small in the movie. So.
For Rorschach, right?
Yeah.
He's. I think he's more accurate to the movie stuff because he was a lot smaller, and that's cool because the Soso line had that versatility with the height differences, which is pretty cool.
And he's going to look great next to the new Spider-Man as well.
Jesus Christ!
Scale, perfect.
Are we gonna cover that?
I think so.
I don't even get that joke.
We can. I didn't want to trigger Eddie, but we can bring it up. Yeah, someone got the Toby Spider-Man. They put him next to a bunch of figures, and he is like a child. He's tiny.
Yeah, he's short.
He's smaller than he's smaller than Tom Holland Spider-Man's.
But I
that
couldn't
won't trigger me.
Is that accurate though?
I don't know. That's the thing. I didn't know what his projected height was supposed to be, but we can talk about that when we get to Spider-Man. Just remind
now
me.
I know why you said I
yeah,
didn't
there
want
we
to trigger
go.
Eddie.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Damn.
So, if you know, Dean, 3 years ago, my computer died in the Great Winter Storm, and I got another computer, and it died like 2 weeks later.
I was gonna say you have really bad luck with computers. You bought that one from Best Buy, and like a week later, you had to get another one.
Now that new computer, which is what this one is here, has lasted this entire time. And I remember when I first got that computer, everyone was joking like, oh, the 1650 Super card that it came with can't play shit games, won't play Flight Sim, won't play LSPDFR, won't play any games. And that fucking card has played everything.
Zach, it's got to the point where it's like, why the fuck did I spend all this money on a 3060 when Zach is going toe to toe with me at every turn? Like,
it's fucking wild.
It was fucking frustrating. Like, I don't get it.
And so today, I don't want to say the 1650 Super, right? Because the joke was, you know, if I got the 1650, it probably would have sucked. But I got the Super, and I said it like 40 times in that one stream. Today, well, last week rather, I was looking at graphics cards, and I was like, man, our Baldur's Gate streams, they're so fun. Like, I know they're not going to go, like, crazy viral, but it's a show that I'm really proud of, that I really would like it to be successful. And I was like, let me spend, like, some money and buy a graphics card, like an upgraded graphics card, now that the prices are more reasonable. And so I got a great deal on a pre-owned 2060 Super. And I love it. Now, I've just put it in a few hours ago. I've been testing it. It seems to be working fine. I don't know if it's going to be the bulletproof, like, you know, godsend gift from Jesus Christ himself that my 1650 Super was. And eventually, right, like Draw the Line says, get a 3060. Yeah, of course. I'm going to be doing another build this year, and I'll get sort of like my long-term graphics card at that point. But I really wanted to try to improve our stream quality for the next few months. On Baldur's Gate 3 and just some of the other stuff that we're doing. So went ahead and Jesus, who is in this chat? Rainer's politically incorrect. Someone delete that account. Don't come after Rainer. Rainer's a sweetheart.
Wow. Especially because that's just Rainer.
You can, Jesus Christ. You can make an account on me, but don't do Rainer. Yeah, so I got that, and it's an MSI 2060 Super, and super happy with it. Cleaned up my PC a bit and got it all nice and tidy for this photo. So hopefully when you watch Baldur's Gate 3 on if we play on Saturday, it'll be a little higher frame rate. I think my frames were like 80 compared to the 30 that they were last time, so about doubling up on frame rate plus a little extra. Should be a little crisper. And I got to
30s?
Bro, I have to play it and stream it at the same time. So it's like it's eating up my shit, okay?
Yeah.
I think it was 35. You know what? Okay, I don't have a 3060. Right, I was a 1650
But does
Super,
that?
bro.
I thought that was a RAM thing. That's a graphics card thing.
Oh, I have
Frames
64
per
gigs of
second?
RAM.
I don't have 64 gigs of RAM, but I was streaming Call of Duty at like 120 frames a second.
Yeah, but Call of Duty's not like a super demanding game.
What are you talking about?
Compared to Flight Sim or Baldur's Gate?
You're kidding, right?
I'm not. No one stress tests PCs on Call of Duty. They stress test them on fucking Microsoft Flight Sim Ultra.
On FPS games, bro. In fucking what do you call them?
Flight Sim, baby.
No one stress tests with fucking Flight Sim, bro.
Oh,
they do first-person shooters, bro.
That's because that's what everyone plays, right? They don't stress this on Bird Simulator because no one plays Bird Simulator. But
well, why do you keep fucking playing Bird Simulator?
Not that this isn't riveting, but
it's fun, bro.
Zach just pretends like he knows.
Thanks for saying that. Yeah.
Okay, you can't even get Chrome to work half the time. What are you talking about?
Hit him with the yo mama.
That's because of my internet.
No, I love Dean's mom. I would never say anything about Dean's mom.
Wow.
Here we go. Draw the line says Flight Sim is very CPU and GPU demanding. Most games are just GPU heavy. Thank you.
I was just gonna say that too.
OG fan. Okay, Marco, your computer couldn't run a damn YouTube video right now. So.
I've got like 2012 Mac.
Here we go. OG fan says, does Zach even play the computer? I play the computer all the time. Every time we play Ox Plays, I'm the one streaming it. How dare you? Big Donk says, I finished up the last BG3 video before going into work tonight. Comedy gold with the how y'all are playing it out. Thanks, bro. It's really fun.
Nice.
Bob Dylan, I stress test PCs by opening 1.6 Kit and Hot Toys main site at the same time. I stress test my heart by placing orders with Toys Wonderland, but
wow.
Anyways,
no, don't do that. Do not recommend.
Blood pressure right there.
There we go. So I got the Amazing Spider-Man by Hot Toys as well. Really good figure. I did have an issue with mine, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. But Sideshow coming through with that great customer service. I did not like the way that the way that you're supposed to set all the like little word panels on the figure. They just give you like a stick of sticky tape, and you're supposed to stick it to things, which after a day the tape was already falling off, and I was like, nah, this isn't gonna work. So I have a 3D printer, so I just 3D printed a little stand, and it stands perfectly. And I don't really think anyone would want to buy this, but if you have a 3D printer and you want the file, it's really simple. Just send me a message, and I can
How
get
hard
it for
would
you.
have this?
Just Google
would
it.
this have been? Yeah.
No, because you have to get it the right width for the acrylic, and I already did all the measurements for you, and it's just a print. So.
Can you make me the sign too, with your other stuff? Make me signs for all my figures and stands for all the signs.
Ooh, now we're
Yeah, you'll
talking.
get the order probably December 3050.
3079. Let's see here. Bob Dylan says double-sided tape on a $375 figure. Yeah, it was a tough sell for me, to be honest. And I think, Marco, I think you're right. Like, how much harder would it have been to just throw this in the box?
Tough sell, but still bought it.
Would have been 380 at that point, man.
Do as I say, not as I do. Morbius. We got blogger.
Liberal.
I'm not a. How dare you? I'm a fucking independent. How dare
I wanted
you?
to see Marco's reaction.
Oh gosh.
You don't know my politics, and we're not going to talk about it here.
Wow. Who y'all voting for in the election?
Is Sarah Palin still running?
Oh God, I hope not.
Dude, who's nailing Palin? One of the greatest videos of our generation.
A classic.
So we got the Morbius blogger photos, and I have not seen this movie. And for some reason, I really want to see this movie. I don't know why, but looking at this figure, I was
The
like,
figure's making you want to watch the movie, huh?
Yeah, I was like,
Wow.
it's kind of well because we played D&D, and one of our big bad guys was a vampire, so I've kind of like gotten into vampires. Like, like I'd probably watch Twilight now, right? Maybe.
Well, that's not.
You're going.
That's not the
You're going in the
same
wrong direction.
Well, anyone else? We got a vampire. Well, Eddie?
Yeah, I think that this didn't turn out well. What do you think, Dane? I don't like this figure at all. I haven't liked it since the prototype.
Aren't those the same bats we got with the Batman the other day?
It is. Yeah,
Everyone
the
keeps saying
WB100.
that. The bats came from this.
Yeah.
Well, they came
true,
from this,
though.
but they were
Yeah.
released first with the W.
Yeah, that's true. They were
You're
released
100% correct, though, Eddie. They were first solicited on this.
This figure is so underwhelming. Like, not the, and
like
it's
the
no fault
movie.
of, no, it's no fault of Hot Toys, right? They did what they had to do. The figure looks objectively good. Like, the sculpt is good, paintwork is good, the hands look good, but like, it's a guy in a black shirt and pants with like
Business
a long
casual.
coat. Like, it's like
Jared Leto in the mornings, bro.
it's the new Neo all over again. It's like, I guess, like,
Even kind of looks like Neo.
does it look good? Sure, but it's boring as shit. Like, even with the vampireness, like, it's not exciting. Like, even with the bats flying and this like smoke effect and this action pose, I'm like, I guess, like, it's just very meh.
I respect that.
I think it would look a lot cooler if you could do dynamic stuff with it. Because the hair is like that, like, you're never going to be able to get him in a
Yeah,
good
regardless of how you
dynamic
pose it,
pose.
the hair's not gonna
the
match
hair,
it.
he'll always be looking forward, you know? So it's like, that's what sucks. I actually like it. Like, I like the head sculpt. I like the look of the figure. It's just what I'd like to be able to do with it. It wouldn't achieve that look because of that head. So it's like, it's kind of just there.
Doesn't it just look really cartoony though? Like, to me, all the shots that I've seen, even from the prototype, it's just always looked cartoony and not like, it's not lifelike, in my opinion. Maybe it's really hard to do with this type of vampire face, but yeah, it's just not, has never impressed me.
I think they should have. I actually think that the emotion in the face is good.
Yeah.
I just think that because of the way the hair is, like, it doesn't match the dynamic of the facial expression, so it kind of throws it off.
That's true, because like with the new wig coming out, they gave us what, 3 different hair options.
Yeah.
They could have done that with this. It's just black hair. It's not like it's a complicated like shade or. Yeah, good point, Eddie.
There you go. Also, I think this was way earlier in the Hot Toys' production timeline, so maybe the hair switch outs with Wick came a bit later, but completely.
Yeah, but
agree.
we've gotten swab out hair before. It's not the first time.
Have we?
Yeah, even fucking Luke Skywalker, A New Hope came with 2 different hair pieces.
And the Luke
A man
from
can only
the,
what he was wrong.
the
The X06 came with two hairs.
7. Right?
Oh yeah, the X07. Sorry.
This was exciting. The DeLorean 805, January to June 2025. This is from Back to the Future Part 3. Ben, Dead to Rights, called this last week, said that we should be seeing it soon based on some of the fact that we had gotten the Doc and Marty. I like this a lot. You get 2 sets of wheels. You get the white wall tires and then the train type wheels. I do have some concerns about the potential use of pleather for the strips here, and then the strips holding down the it's been a while since this movie, but I guess whatever this accoutrement here is on the hood. But otherwise, I think the figures look pretty good on it. Still don't really like the way Doc looks. I think he looks kind of terrible. But Marty on this looks fucking fantastic. Looks like they may have even gone through and added like a little bit of a dirt wash / dirt effect on the panels of the DeLorean, which I think looks really, really good. A lot of people are saying that they want it to come with this track section. I haven't confirmed that. I'll probably read into that real quick while you guys are giving your takes, but I don't believe
Doesn't look like it comes with it.
No.
Okay.
I feel like it should.
It would be such a sweet display to have this like this, with a little bit of ballast between the tracks there. But I think this is good. It's tough because I feel like even for the hardcore Back to the Future fans, this is kind of not the iconic look for the DeLorean. So I wonder how well this will sell. I think, minus the issues with the Part 2, I think to me that would be the definitive version because you can display it flat, you can display it in the hover mode. This is certainly a more unique look for sure, but to me, I don't think I'd really be interested in this one. Though, again, I'm not like the biggest fan of this trilogy. If I had to pick one, though, I think I'd go with the second DeLorean. Dino, what do you think about this? 805.
Yeah, that's expensive, but I mean it's par for the course, right? It looks good. I think I'm also not a Back to the Future expert, so I don't know what is and isn't supposed to be there. But just as a first glances at it, it looks the part, right? Like it's got the right wheels. You could put the train track wheels on it. The bullshit they put on the hood, like I think it looks like it should, but I could also be wrong. You got any experts on the panel?
I have seen the movie, and it looks like it did from what I remember.
Right, yeah, because there's totally difference between like I've seen the movie and like I know every detail.
Yeah, obsessive, and I guess there are a lot of very obsessive Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, Back to the Future's got a bunch of diehards. Yeah,
yeah, I believe as a casual observer, I think it looks pretty good. I'm sure there's channels out there that know this way better, but I'm just glad they gave you both sets of tires. I hope that there's not any issues with changing these out. Not that that necessarily was the issue on the second one. It was more the articulating action. But, yeah, I think that's pretty neat that they gave you the white wall and the train wheels. I don't know if I would be interested in making these train tracks because the logistics of exactly measuring how wide this track needs to be to fit this and keeping that consistent on like a 18-inch length, which is probably like 3 prints glued together and then
I was about to say
it's not. I don't think I'd be that interested in making this, but
you would need a massive printer to do that in one.
Yeah, I would have to do it in probably 3 or 4 pieces. So that probably taps me out on that one, but I think it's cool. I mean, I gotta, there are people out there that this is their movie, and I'm glad that they now have a DeLorean for their display.
People have been asking for it for as long as I have been collecting Hot Toys. People have been wanting this version of the DeLorean. I will say Ben posted photos of his Back to the Future 2 one that he got a few weeks ago. And I thought he was at like a car show and somebody had it. He took a picture of the interior. I was like, damn, like where is he at? And I was like, holy shit, that's the Hot Toys. So like that version looks amazing. I have no doubt this one is going to look just as amazing with all the extra stuff. So, I mean, if you've been waiting for this or you're on the fence, I'd probably say just go ahead and go for it.
What do you think, Eddie?
Not a whole lot, Marco. Not a whole lot. Go ahead. Buddy.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this is one that was definitely predictable, right?
Love you, Eddie.
We knew this was likely coming at a certain point, and I guess the next questions are they going to do 2.0s of the Back to the Future Part 2 figures? Likely. Are they going to reissue the Mark 1 as well? Likely. So it seems like they're doing what they can to keep this license alive, which I'm a big fan of, right? I've got the Mark 2. I think that is the superior version. I think Hot Toys knows that as well because this is priced lower in a time when prices are climbing. So it feels like, this is a nice compliment. There might be some sickos out there that need all 3. I'm definitely not one of those people. I'm really happy with what I have. I will be annoyed if this one stays on with a smart plug, unlike the Mark II. That was such a weird omission, honestly. Like, come on. It still upsets me. It's so beautiful in my display, but I've got to open up the acrylic every time to turn on the lights. But yeah, it looks accurate to me. The white wall look is really appealing, honestly. So I don't think I need this, but I haven't ruled out, and Joao is going to call me out there. He says, every time you're on CW, you always say, I haven't ruled out getting it, but I'm just being honest. I like to be analytical with these things. So very likely not going to get it. I will just say I want to see Hot Toys start tackling vehicles that we haven't seen, because we've seen reissue the Tumbler. Now this is the second DeLorean we've seen, with Jazz Inc. kind of doing so many interesting things. It'd be cool if we got the 22 Batmobile from Hot Toys or anything that's new, but it seems like they're only interested in going back to, those molds that they already have, which is disappointing because they come in at such a cool price point that they could be really competitive with what we're seeing from much more expensive companies. But what do you think, Zio?
So that's something that I was thinking about recently was how much are they really willing to invest into a new vehicle? Because in my opinion, the last vehicle that they really did R&D for was the Tumbler. I mean, the Batcycle is not so much of a bigger vehicle as much as the DeLorean and the Tumbler. And even the 1989 Batmobile, we've already seen those vehicles before. All they did was go back and redo some, final touches or add some different accessories. Now, granted, there was a writer strike, and I wonder if during that time period there's been a lack of announcements and perhaps other announcements that could have been done, and these figure companies could have started working on these things, that Hot Toys went back and decided, what else can we tweak? And I know that the DeLorean Mark II, in my opinion, is the definitive vehicle, because you can either have it hovering or on the ground. Did have some issues, and I wonder if some of those DeLoreans that they had left over or that went back for got sent back were used to make this 3.0, right? Or I guess this version of the movie. So those were some of the thoughts that I was having whenever I saw this announcement, and just thought to myself, is Hot Toys just going back and working on these vehicles because they have extra time, but they don't want to invest in a whole different mold and stuff like that? Because it would be awesome. I don't know why they didn't do the 22 Batmobile, besides the fact that they don't want to do it. They don't see the potential in doing it again down the line like this vehicle was.
Yeah, the return on investment must not be there, considering how big those boxes are. And yeah, what are you going to say, Zach?
It's also tough because there are iconic vehicles out there, but you have to think like Hot Toys would think. As much as I know Mario always jokingly says the N1 is coming, that's a 6+ foot thing, right? There's no way that they're gonna make that. The Razor Crest, right, is obviously incredibly large. There's no way they're gonna make that. A lot of their popular properties like Marvel, there's not a vehicle that you could make from that. They're not gonna make the Quinjet because that would be massive. With if you think of all the lines they make, there's not a ton of vehicles that you could reasonably say they can make this and it not be absolutely massive.
I will say Batmobiles though, right? That they've teased before, but they might not want the inferior version at this point. They might just say,
if you're this late to the party, Jazz Inc. has already released his. It's what's the point? And there was a point where they could have gotten on a good production time schedule, right, when they first teased it, and then they never followed up with it. I think at this point, it's way too late. I think they've lost any potential orders from that. At least I think personally. Mario never said that. Do your homework, bro. Well,
yeah. So I do remember Mario saying the N1 is for sure coming, and if it doesn't come within the end or middle of 2024, I'm going to shave my beard. Is exactly what I remember. Whoa. So
I can second that. I remember him. He said that on LWO, I think, a couple times.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
He was doubling and tripling down on it.
There you go.
No, for sure.
Now this is one that I think could be possible. I think it is going to take up a large footprint, but it's a fairly small vehicle in terms of the material that you would need. Anakin's Pod Racer, I think, with the sort of announcement that they're going to go dip the toe into episode 1, I think this would be fucking awesome. I don't think you'd see Sebulba's Pod Racer, but Anakin's would be amazing. I think also doing smaller versions of vehicles like an N1 cockpit or a X-Wing cockpit or a Snowspeeder cockpit, I think could be a cool thing for Hot Toys. Sort of like, Dean, you have the VF1 cockpit where, making the whole craft would be massive, but if you could get a very handsome display at a very reasonable display size. So I think that's where Hot Toys needs to go, because there's a lot of vehicles that are really cool out there, but unless you're willing to give up a small fridge space for the Ecto 1 size vehicles, really not a lot of cool stuff out there that fits within Hot Toys' current list of products.
Yeah, I mean, they would have to, just off the top of my head, some that they could do, but they would need the license for. Mad Max, his fucking police interceptor, iconic.
I want the dude with the flame guitar. That's what I want.
Yeah. Right property, but it's a different movie. But the Blade Runner, either K's or the police hover vehicle, those would be fucking awesome.
The Blade Runner license is supposed to be ridiculously hard to get.
Apparently, because we haven't seen shit from either movie.
Now, Thomas is saying that Jazz Inc. acquired the licensing rights to the 22 Batmobile in 1/6 scale. Obviously they have the rights, but I don't think they're exclusive, because when they had announced their project that was licensed, other companies were teasing they were going to make it as well, which isn't necessarily confirming it's licensed, but
I don't think WB cares, right? From everything that we've seen, they'll give the license to.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Apparently, Yo said that, so perhaps that's a thing. I don't know that exact interview, but I'll play this for Mario. Maybe this will make him love.
Do your homework.
Just kidding. I love that guy. Let's. Anyone else got anything they want to add to this?
The last thing I will say that, Zio kind of had that theory about damaged Mark IIs that may be used in production for this one, which I think is an interesting theory. But the only thing that gives me pause on that is the difference with the wheels, right? The way that they sit. Excuse me. So that wouldn't, preclude them from doing it, but it seems like you kind of see the distance with the wheel versus what the Mark I and Mark II have, and it seems like a whole different design in terms of the that area there. So just something for us to consider.
Wow. Well said.
That's crazy, huh?
Way to crush his dreams like that, Marco.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off just gonna hop off now. No, I'm kidding,
man.
No.
Zio,
he's gonna put it in reverse, bro.
Yeah.
He's out of here.
I apologize since Ben Thomas isn't on here. Like normally I like to come at him, so you're getting that energy today.
Yeah, you're good. I
like
you're
to come
good.
on
You're
him.
good.
But,
you're good.
Yeah.
Oh shit. It's like I don't know. It was that type of show. Zach didn't
You're
say
at
that
the
in the
bottom,
fine print. Zach,
How dare you?
He likes to surprise you.
There's been a bunch of posts. Also, we got 82 people watching. Shout out to you guys. There's been a bunch of posts on the groups about allegedly Hot Toys and Secret Base are fixing the Toby Spider-Man mask for Batch 2. And there was this really janky screenshot that was floating around that someone allegedly had with a Sideshow employee where they're like, yeah, last I heard that's what it was. Which, look, I've seen janky Photoshop edits. I know what they look like. And I'm not saying that was or wasn't a janky Photoshop edit, but it really looked janky. It could be true. It could not be true, but I've never known Sideshow employees to just like comment baselessly on rumors about things like that in chats like that. And no one ever followed up on that. I don't know if that's true or not, but apparently the quote, the main reason for the delay with customers who have ordered the second batch figure is due to Hot Toys fixing the mask. And I mean, they have been times where Hot Toys has fixed things sort of mid-production run. The Deadpool with the wrist joint issues comes to mind. The Mark 85 Tony Stark portrait, which that was a bit more publicized. But yeah, apparently it was an ambassador. So it almost lends less credence to that rumor. But a lot of people did dislike the mask. And if this is true, which seems to be a better prototype on display at Secret Base, I think this is a good thing. I know some of the people in our Patreon chat were talking about canceling their orders for the figure because of the mask. I'll let you guys talk about this, and then we have that photo that we were going to talk about with scale, because I think there are potentially some issues with this figure outside of the scale, or excuse me, outside of the mask, that I want you guys to give us a take on.
I think it looks way better. I couldn't figure out what I didn't like about the face, and I didn't see like everybody's thoughts on it, so I didn't realize like that the webbing was off, and then I noticed the angle of the eyes looked weird. But I don't know if they moved the angle of the eyes or just moving the webbing up made everything look better, because also the nose doesn't look as pointy anymore. It looks like way better to me. So I'm glad that they're doing that. It sucks that it's like that they didn't come out and say we're fixing it, or they didn't come out and give any like plans on what they're going to do with people who already have it or anything. That all sucks, but I'm glad that I'm going to wait, and hopefully I can get it later with the updated changes already, and I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I think it looks way better.
Can we give them minus points for I'm glad I waited? I will say it's kind of
nice. Well done.
It's kind of hard.
Man.
That's right.
Wow.
Shoes on.
Yeah, you just got to be analytical about these things, right? Yeah, this is one that I think if I never saw the speculation in the chats or people upset about this, I would have just gotten the figure, been like, okay, that looks cool, and then put it on my shelf and been none the wiser. But like when you see like this analysis, this detail, which is cool that people are this passionate, then it kind of makes you think. And I'm with Eddie that if the corrections that we're seeing are actually going to be implemented in the second batch, it seems like a pretty good improvement. But again, I'm pretty casual with this stuff, so I guess we'll just wait and see. I wish we had more communication like we always ask for, but it's never going to be Hot Toys. They're never going to do it, so we can pray for it, but it's not coming.
I think it's crazy that they haven't said anything. They did it with that Tony Stank head sculpt. I don't know if y'all remember that back with the Mark 85. They did that, and they actually talked about that. So I'm actually quite surprised that they haven't actually put that out there. But going back to Marco's been stealing all the points I'm about to say, and then by the time it gets to me, I was literally going to talk about how, like, this is that situation where you have like in our Joker and I don't know, like a 3.0 Hot Toys Joker. Like if you don't have them side by side, you probably won't tell the difference. But then you put them side by side and you see a big difference. And I'm happy that they're doing this because I'm gonna be honest, last year's Andrew Garfield, I don't know if I'm gonna upset some people, but it was a disappointing figure for me. It was that was the first Hot Toy that ever disappointed me. And I was literally when I started hearing about all this stuff about this head sculpt and all that stuff, I was like, man, dude, please don't let this be the first 2024 disappointment right here. And if they're gonna do any updates, go ahead, man. Like give me the good figure once it gets to me. So that's the only things that I want to talk on.
So this was on. Now I found this on the Hot Toys Reddit or subreddit. Bob Dylan also sent this to me as well. So this is the Hot Toys Mark 50 on the left. The T'Challa. Yeah, and then we got Toby Spider-Man and Captain America. And I think the quote was, he looks like a fucking kid. Which I guess, in all fairness, I think initially he's supposed to be a high schooler.
In my mind, Toby's always been kind of a little shit anyways, so this doesn't seem like so out of line.
In this movie, he's in college, isn't he?
No, in the first one, he's in high school, and then he graduates. Like 50. Yeah, this movie, he's quite old, yeah.
This is like cosplay now, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
Now I gotta look up his height. Is that Niche Collectibles? I gotta look up his height, because this is gonna piss me off.
Well, he's 5'7", so Cap is what, 6'1", 6'2", I think?
Yeah, 6'1". And him and T'Challa are the same height. So.
Too bad, but I think it kind of is just a bit iffy for me.
The Tom Holland one is taller.
Yeah, so now that's the one that's concerning because the height difference between those two characters is only 1 or 2 centimeters, and let's see, I measured that. I'm trying to find that fucking picture.
I'm gonna put him in the back anyways.
Nasty.
It's gonna be the same height at Rorschach right there at this point.
What the hell?
This is it's like a little kid going trick or treating with his bigger brother and his friends.
Literally.
Yeah. Where the fuck?
Because it could be Spider-Man.
Dang, how tall is Andrew Garfield then? Because he's gonna look small, and that's who I'm gonna have him next to.
I just sent Zach a picture on Instagram that it's actually a really cool pose.
Instagram.
I'll send it to you on in the show sheet chat.
Let's see. Zio, tell me about this picture. I'm trying to find this fucking photo. We have so many chats.
Dude, I can't believe how short he is, man.
Yeah,
like, honestly, like, I mean, damn, he needs to.
I mean, I get it. That's how short I am. But
he needs to have the Lionel
but
Messi
but
surgery.
but he. I mean, I get Spidey's.
Oh, that's not what I needed.
Toby. I mean, Spidey's not like going to be the tallest figure, but I know that he needs to keep up his physique, man, with everybody else, because gonna have to throw some ankle extenders on this guy, man.
Is that even possible?
I don't even. Yeah, it's not possible. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude,
So that's like
right. The feet.
You're like limited on what you can do.
If you have him on the stand.
You're gonna have to put him on the flight pole. You're gonna have to put him on the flight pole.
So these guys are supposed to be almost identical in height, and they're not identical in height.
Damn, they really fucked this figure up, huh?
Man,
they mailed it in for sure. Yeah. Which is a bummer because this is so iconic for so many of us, right? If they just gave us, these are unforced errors. It feels like just give a little bit of a fuck and just give us something that's decent, and people won't complain. But it seems like they did had some big missteps.
Bit of a fuck.
Yeah, they did literally.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this is the cool pose that Marco wants to show, but again, it's like, I mean,
Oh,
that's cool.
that's
But
dope.
No, sorry. Scroll through maybe like 2 pictures over. One more. One more. This one right here. So I think this looks awesome though. This is one of the first things that I saw. Like this is I probably will steal this directly and put this in my display. To me, the heights seem okay when you line them up like this, but yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's just not cutting it.
yeah,
It doesn't look bad there.
That
You're right.
angle looks better.
Maybe that's why they don't have them in the MCU. Those motherfuckers look like little children running around.
What's up with all these little spider guys running around?
Just fucking
What?
crawling around.
How's
Oompa
this?
Loompas running around.
How's this figure branded?
This
No
one's
Way Home.
branded
This is
as
No Way Home.
the No Way Home.
So he is 50. Or he's supposed to be 50.
He's
supposed to
older,
be.
yeah.
I don't know if
He's
50
got an
is the
older head
exact
sculpt,
number,
too.
but Yeah.
Maybe he's so old he started shrinking.
Yeah,
That happens.
That's yeah.
He
I
did
And I
bring it
can't wait
back.
for the.
It's cold outside, is what you're saying.
I can't wait for the final suit Tom Holland to come out and be like a foot taller.
I was in
than
the
all of
pool.
these. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
So
I'm not gonna
apparently-
get Tom Holland. So if he looks decent next to Andrew, that's all that matters to me. So that looks fine. So I guess I'll be all right. I just
Good
can't have
enough,
them
yeah.
anywhere near anything else.
Put him in a different room altogether. Honestly.
I mean, if you have him in a flight, like, you know, he's like swinging around pose, you'll be fine. You know, you're not going to be able to compare the heights. But if you just have them like this, like just standing next to each other, that's going to be god awful right there.
So now Andrew's gonna be pointing down, and he's gonna be pointing up.
They were always pointing
Seven.
towards. They were always pointing towards his height.
Wow.
Oh man.
I feel like it's just a miss at any point if any Hot Toys figure doesn't come with 2 pointing fingers. I was kind of annoyed yesterday in the unboxing that it didn't have that. It just seems like an easy W.
Oh, Spider-Man
You get people
for sure.
taking, to get people taking photos of her figures seems like a weird.
You just keep adding to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Display.
Just
Have a million
keeps
pointing
expanding.
Spider-Man.
Toby using Ant-Man.
Oh yeah. TK says Toby using Ant-Man.
You just gotta photograph it from below, like they film it, obviously. So.
That's how I shoot
There
my
we go.
penis. Fucking
Whoa.
shit looks like the
Jesus.
damn Stonehenge when I take it the right way.
Why are you taking pictures?
Jesus Christ.
You're married.
For you, it was your birthday.
Only for the homies.
Don't start that. People are gonna believe that. Don't.
Email Dean at collectingweekly.com your favorite Stonehenge photo.
Is that what's on the Collecting Weekly like group chat or what? Like,
Oh, if you
man.
were there for the ball, though.
You got to when Ben sends them though, you got to keep scrolling up. That's the thing.
It's like, Jesus Christ, this is the Leaning Tower of
Yeah,
Pisa.
my fucking phone's gonna run out of battery.
I know it's still buffering. God damn it.
I just want to see the balls.
The nuts.
Yeah.
It's like that goddamn
Damn it! A low-hanging fruit. I missed that.
a low-hanging nut.
Yeah,
It's
low-hanging.
like Ben's dick is like fucking Pilaf's tower from Dragon Ball. That shit just keeps going.
file was too large to upload.
Oh boy.
CEO's never coming on again. He's like, man, you guys are.
I'm
you
here.
guys
I'm
are
here
on.
for it, man. I'm here
There's
for
like
it.
100
man.
people
This is-
watching us talk about
I'm
Ben's
here for it.
My man.
Look, a lot of people complain about this. It's the Hot Toys, the way that Sideshow is doing this fix. I think it's fantastic. A lot of people were upset. So apparently, outside of the packaging, in the packing, the little bag that's on the outside of the box, they've stuffed in the replacement sticker for the Hot Toys Wolverine Days of Future Past. It says, we wanted to give you a heads up about a tiny glitch. It turns out there's a typo on the base stickers. No worries, though. We've got you covered. Inside, you'll find a replacement sticker. Just peel it off the back of the new sticker and place it on top of the original, and you're good to go. And if you run into any snags or need support or probably an extra sticker, they have an option there. I love this. I think a lot of people are upset because they wanted this to be fixed by Hot Toys. And obviously this should have never happened. It's a shitty thing that happened. Whatever. But I think the alternative of what we are suggesting, if you look at the way Hot Toys figures are packed, the base is like the absolute last thing that you get to. And you want them to ship all these figures back overseas, open every single one of them, take everything out of the box, get to the base, and then replace the sticker, put everything back in the box, make sure everything's accounted for, re-QC check everything, send it all the way back, and then it's fixed. This is just so much simpler. I think it was Kiko. He put a video on how quickly it takes like 1 second to do this. It sucks. It shouldn't have happened, but I think this is a pretty smart move from a logistics standpoint. I think they addressed it really well, and I got to give them props because I think this is really well handled by Hot Toys and Sideshow because they got this fix out pretty damn fast.
It's on the outside of the box?
Yeah, so most packages, they have like a little bag on the outside for like a shipping, I guess, manifest option, but they stuff it in there, which makes sense because you don't want to crack the shipper, right? I don't think anyone wants a cracked shipper.
No, you don't. This is a
Yeah,
good
but put it
compromise.
in the fucking box.
So you want them to crack open your shipper?
No, but this
Hot Toys from Sideshow, they ship in the shipper box.
This is not the shipper box.
This is the shipper box. This is a packing list that's attached to the shipping box.
How little is this thing? Because the shipper
They're
boxes
usually like
are
4
only
by
like,
6. What are you talking? A shipper box is like a shoe box.
Yeah, but this is the top of the box. They're not that big.
It could be the side. I don't know if it's the top or the side.
Well, the fucking seam is right there in the middle. It's obviously not the side.
Oh, touche. Yeah, but the sticker's this fucking big. I mean, doesn't need to be that large of a little packing enclosure.
Because it's bad enough. It says like what's inside the box. But you gotta know what you're looking for, right? With like the TMS 567 whatever.
Okay.
But like anybody can just see this box and be like, oh, there's something Wolverine X-Men inside it. I'm taking this fucking box. Like put it in the box. Put it in the fucking.
So I guess the alternative is you want Hot Sideshow to double box everyone's stuff for
put
free.
that. It's their fucking. Or it's not their fault, but they're the ones that are selling the product that's faulty. Yeah, double fucking box my shit. If you have to fix it, if you have to fix the problem and it's just blatantly out in the open, yeah.
What do we
What
think?
if they put it upside down?
Okay, like no one can turn over the box.
No,
the
what if they
label, you
put
can't
the
turn it
label-
over without.
Oh, I
tearing
see what
the-
you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
man.
sticker upside down.
I think when I got my Jazz Inc. Batmobile, I think I had a package that came in kind of like that, and they put some of the stuff on the outside. And I feel like without sending this message here, you could easily email your customer and let them know, like, hey, on your box you're gonna find said packaging on the outside. Make sure you don't, because you're gonna get the tracking from them anyway. So on that email you can specify or send
I
it
will
twice,
say-
put in a PS public service announcement out there for people to know.
I'm a dingus. I ship and receive packages all the time that have these things. I've never once opened these things up. So I think you almost have to make it extremely obvious.
But
Like, hey, this is
there's
here,
no
yeah.
Hot Toys
But I'm
that
a
ever
dingus.
come with this. So you would know this is important because
that could be true. Yeah.
I don't know. Anything
It's-
where I have to make things easier for these already stupid collectors, I just don't collect anymore. If you are this dumb that I just stop collecting. Just stop.
Just at me next time. But I think you do have to hold people's hands though, because like you said, like it's so easy to just open the box, throw it to the side, not ever realize that this was the fix. They were like, "Hey, here it is for you." I get that could lead to more theft, but that's just a problem that could be there regardless. So it's tough.
Yeah, they might as well just put a big fucking red sticker on here that says, "Hey, expensive collectible inside this box."
Sorry,
A
are you
big
saying this would be stolen by like the parcel,
Anybody,
like UPS, or you're saying
how
like
many
at the
people are
door?
how many people are gonna come across this box before it gets to you? A dozen?
Probably.
Someone working at the FedEx, the FedEx driver, someone walking by the table, like I don't know. Mail theft happens.
I don't
bro.
doubt that mail theft happens. It does happen, but
yeah, there's
I would
only
say
a
that that's
fucking
probably
mail
happening.
detective. What was it? What are they called?
I don't think that
You had to
this-
call them on the phone. What are they called?
That's because they stole the package from they took misdelivery. That's totally different. And there was nothing on the box.
I'm
that
just saying,
said-
there's a fucking department and
Yeah, for mail theft.
An officer. This is coming in the mail. Hello.
Well, that's USPS. This is UPS.
It's Still mail theft, dude.
Look, I don't think the rate of theft. Of
Okay.
is
Are you saying that because UPS, if it gets delivered by UPS and someone steals your mail, it's not a fucking crime anymore? Because
no, I'm saying that the USPS inspector doesn't give a shit if your UPS package is stolen.
No, but mail theft is a crime.
100%. 100%. But I'm just saying having this on the box doesn't make it more or less likely to be stolen. You're dealing thousands of packages a day. No one's reading every single packing list enclosure.
You don't know.
Oh, this
That's
is it.
Fucking crazy. Okay, whose Hot Toys box was written on by somebody at the FedEx?
I'll give you this.
Yes,
I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Okay, that's totally different because that
read
girl's
my
weird.
name and address, knew
that girl's
it was
weird.
me, and
that
wrote
girl's weird.
No, on my box.
You know that girl's weird though. What she tried to do to be the weirdest person.
So
horrible person. Dude.
I'm just saying, dude, that it's making it too obvious.
To be fair, the box already says Hot Toys on the box.
But that's what I'm saying. But
I'm saying, Carlos, like
it's already there. To
you
be
have
fair,
to, but yeah, no, and that's why I said like you kind of have to know what you're looking for. But then you see a big ass fucking yellow label on it with it's like, what is that? Hot Toys and Sideshow collect. That's what I'm saying.
Right? It's eye candy for the.
It's super obvious.
Dean, ship me 10 packages and put 5 with a yellow. We'll see what happens.
Zach, I'm not doing anything for you.
What the fuck, bro? I'm out of here, bro. You guys are on your fucking own.
Let me guess, you're going to want me to buy you Die in Baldur's Gate next.
How dare you bring that up? Although you did make a good point. We had been very loot-starved in our prior campaign, so we're like fucking rats fucking try to kill each other over a fucking crumb. I thought about that this morning and laughed out loud.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to tell you that. My mailman walks my stuff to the door and rings the bell. He knows I'm a collector. Plus, he loves my dog. What type of dog is it, Sean?
Handles with care. You can also
Big old Fern says a whole lot of yapping going on right now.
Shut up,
draw
Fern.
the line
It's our
says,
show.
yeah, Fern, shut the hell up, idiot. Draw the line.
Go sit on a bench somewhere, Fern.
I actually used part of that bench for firewood last night. It was beautiful. Draw the line says every once in a while.
Fern, the gift that keeps on giving.
Fern's given me the gift of warmth, the gift of laughter, and the gift of joy this year.
Oh fuck.
Okay, 1/6 collector, get the hell out of here. I'm just complaining and complaining. I wish they would just move on. Come on, we're all having fun.
No, I'm just.
Have you ever not watched our show before?
My parents have a chocolate lab too. His name is Charlie. What's yours names? Abe Dunk with the super chat. My mailman shows up with a bulletproof vest. You got to, bro.
Damn, dude.
You got to.
A bulletproof vest that reminded me of Will Smith for some reason.
Hono put up a post. What licenses are Hono Studio making? Starting with Marvel Comics, we're offering a variety of characters from pop culture. Stay tuned. It's pretty nothing burger, but boy, if they make a fucking another Spider-Man, I'm buying 2 of them. I already said it.
Yeah,
is it going to upset you though if it comes in at 250 or excuse me 150?
I think it has to be different enough.
You think we're complaining now? You wait till that happens.
Yeah, you wait till that show.
It's gonna be a 2-hour stream of just Spider-Man hate.
You see how many episodes we dedicated to Gandalf's pants, Marco?
Right.
Let's.
I saw you burn down a company allegedly over $45. So
bro, that company has ceased to exist since then.
Man, allegedly.
Let's burn through these real quick because we're running a bit long. We're yapping a bit too much. League of Legends by Hot Toys. They put up a post. Looks like they're gonna dig a little deeper into that line. Very exciting. I know a lot of people that love League of Legends. Jazz Ink dioramas. We can spend a few minutes here. They showed their I don't want to call them blogger photos, but they did have a gentleman named Anthony come in to take some of these photos, and they look fantastic. I know that they just made an announcement. I think it was yesterday. My days are kind of mending together. It was either yesterday or the day before. But they closed the pre-order for this, and I think they had so much support from the fans, which is really great to see that they actually added, as an upgrade, one of the most requested features was more custom styrofoam packaging, which I didn't quite understand what that meant, but also the Velcro tabs, which was going to be added at no extra cost. So a little bit more of a premium unboxing experience, it seems. This looks fantastic. I'm not interested in this outside of just seeing it come together. I think it's a really fantastic product, but it's great to finally have these photos. And yeah, I think this thing looks really, really cool.
Yeah, objectively, this Batmobile might be the coolest one of all time. It's so fucking sweet. I just don't collect Batman stuff. Otherwise, I'd be super tempted. I like it.
Would you actually be tempted at this price point, Dean? Like, I'm legit curious. I know you collect statues, so it's kind of almost a continuation of that.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be that much bigger than like the Razor Crest, yeah? Maybe it is, actually.
Yeah, it's actually quite a bit.
Yeah, I got plenty of space. And having a 1/6
Sorry, I more
vehicle,
meant. Yeah, I more meant the price point though. Like obviously space is a consideration, but the price that they're going to ask for this.
Oh, that's true. Jazz Inc. is a little more expensive than Hot Toys. That's a good point. I don't know. Probably not. Good point.
Okay. Just curious.
If I had the space for this guy, this would be a different conversation. I think I have the BVS Jazz Inc. vehicle from them, the 1/6 one, and it's phenomenal. Now, the only thing that did, like, because you have the Hot Toys alternative, right? So it just depends on the priorities that you have on the premium definition of the Batmobile that you want. I had to go Jazz Inc. because there was no other option. So I'm just curious to see how many people are in that vicinity of the price point of the premium versus the more affordable economic version, which already is quite a bit anyways, right? So but I think it looks phenomenal. The quality is going to be insane. It looks cool. I would like to see how this one differs from the Hot Toys in terms of paint job, because this one looks a little bit matte. I remember the Hot Toys one looking a little bit shiny, so glossy, I guess. So I kind of want to see the comparisons. Like, I would really like to see the size differences on both of these as well. But it looks fantastic. I think it's going to be the definitive Batmobile if you could afford it. That's it right there.
Yeah, this is probably the most iconic Batmobile. Now, 89 isn't my favorite film. I did grow up watching Returns very, very often, but so I do love this Batmobile design. I just don't know that I love it enough to jump at this price point. And I think that the pre-order window may have already closed by the time we're talking about this now. I know I poked around on their site and couldn't find this up for pre-order yet, so maybe someone in the chat can help us out there. So maybe that ship has sailed for now anyways, but it's just one of those things where I've got the Hot Toys version on order. As Carlos said, it's where I got it at, it's going to be half the price, if not, less than half the price. And so I just cannot justify. This is a larger vehicle. It wouldn't fit the displays that I have. I know I'm listing a lot of excuses, but I think at the end of the day, the Hot Toys version, even if it has an inferior paint job, if it doesn't have the leather seats, if it doesn't have the die-cast components, it's going to be a beautiful backdrop for the figure, which I'm most, interested in adding, right? So I've got the 89 figure on order. I think that display in my Module case, it's going to be perfect. Yes, I am going to have some remorse after I see folks that get this one, because this is going to be the superior version, but I think I can rest knowing I didn't break the bank and I've added some more or left some capacity to add more figures. But for folks that really, really love this one, I could see why they would want to go all in and spend that extra money for that extra detail.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
I can't afford this. So.
God damn it, Eddie.
Look. I'm skeptical with the paint jobs from Jazz Inc. So they're too expensive for me to want to have to deal with any of that shit. The only one that I ever wanted was the 95, and I had it and canceled, and now I want it again, but I'm sure it'll be available once it's shipping, so kind of banking on that. And if I spring for that price, I'll go with that one. But yeah, I don't have a lot of space for vehicles anyway, so I can pass on this.
So let's see here. There was a rumor. Let's see where we're at. can do this right now. It didn't seem super credible, but we can bring it up. So in Riley's group, they're by Mark here. So Dean, we always say, like, whenever we see stuff come up, from one company or another, typically there's sort of like a brand initiative to bring in a new line or new characters or whatever. And so the newest Lego rumor is set 75389, the Dark Millennium Falcon. It's supposed to come with a Dark Ray figure, a white outfit, Darth Vader, an evil C-3PO, an evil Chewbacca, a Gungan in a blue outfit, and one more figure. But remember when Hot Toys teased like their coming soon license, and they teased like dark side figures, and we were all kind of confused by what exactly that meant. And so this rumor might be lining up with like Hot Toys doing some sort of line that I guess is being pushed by Star Wars to push this whole dark side thing. So
yeah,
it didn't seem like a super credible rumor to me. And also, white outfit Darth Vader in the old comic canon was actually the redeemed Darth Vader, so it didn't seem like a super strong rumor to me. But Saiful mentioned it, so we can just mention it here quickly.
Yeah. In fact, there was an article that just came out. It's funny you brought this up. It already in production of a What If Star Wars series. So it could be what this is from.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes,
I've heard that, yeah.
Because the Marvel one did so well, they're already doing season 3, and then they're doing Marvel Zombies, a whole spin-off show on its own. But that has been so successful that they're already doing the Star Wars version of it. So, like, that doesn't make sense. Like, Dark Side Falcon, and like, we've never seen that. It doesn't make any sense. It might be from that. So,
yeah.
Because, those companies get all that stuff way in advance to have it ready for when it drops.
Yeah, of course.
So that would kind of line up with that.
Does any of that stuff interest you at all, Dean? Kind of that list? Because that's really intriguing to me, honestly. Like the Dark Side Ray. I kind of wish we got a Hot Toys of that. So if that eventually came, I'd be interested.
No, absolutely not. I would never buy that. But I will say I am interested in the What If Star Wars line of shows. Like, that could be cool. Like, they could potentially fix the sequel trilogy in the What If line, or just have like alternate stories. Like,
also, Dean, that's a good fucking point, because the What If white suit Vader in the comic, it was a what if Vader survived the electrocution by the Emperor. So it wouldn't necessarily be a dark side per se, but that would line up almost exactly with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Damn, Dean, that's a smart man. And then what if Rey became evil, or what if C-3PO? Because I mean, the alternative of C-3PO, I would almost say the 180 is Dr. Aphra's. What is it, BT or 000? I don't remember which one is the astromech.
I think 000 is the protocol drone.
What if we made good content?
Yeah.
I tried. People stopped watching it. I put up an edited video on Sunday. No one watched it. I'm like, bro, what if this is my last fucking video?
I watched it.
You did.
I sent you a message about it.
Here's a question.
Wait, did you really?
For y'all. If y'all did the what if, and we got Hot Toys from What If, would y'all like the realistic look that they? Would y'all like the realistic look of Hot Toys, or would y'all like the cartoonish look that they did for the What If cartoon?
Realistic.
Ooh,
it's kind of
yeah, dude.
realistic.
I would be pissed off if they did the cartoon versions, because then I would have been like, I could have gotten Ahsoka that way.
That's the problem, though. I think, like, if we look at how they did Marvel, I'm like, oh man, I hope they don't do it.
You want a plastic Chewbacca?
Jesus Christ. Let's get back to this here. Present toys, we have 2 updates here. The Blade and the Battle Damage T-800. The Terminator looks fucking crispy. I love this. I think Manny has it on order. Very excited about that. If anyone want to say anything about either of these 2, if not, we'll move on.
I'm not... Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, I think that the Terminator is a recast of the Hot Toys head sculpt. So that might be one reason why it's looking really good. I'm still holding out for any other company to do this that's not third party, because I think someone's going to do this with diecast, but it's not a bad stand-in. But what were you saying, Dean?
Oh, I was going to say the Terminator looks fine, but I'm not totally sold on Wesley Snipes over here. like his face looks real puffy. Is he a puffy guy? I don't remember. I remember him
He's
looking,
pretty
very
chiseled in the jaw.
Yeah. Not like that. Not like this.
He does have big bone structure, though. Like, if you're talking about his cheeks, he does have strong cheekbones, and he does have a strong outline of his lips and jaw. So
I see. Okay, well,
they both look good to me. But the thing with Snipes is, well, actually, both of them. Well, I don't know if you'd put on the damage cup, but you could put the glasses on, and that would probably up the likeness like 10%. So.
Oh, you're probably right.
His eyes look really big. Maybe
They
that's...
do look fucking huge.
So, I don't know.
Motherfucker's got dark vision.
He saw his first vampire. He's like, what?
Holy shit.
For real? I actually got to kill these things?
It's pretty good, actually. I will say it's kind of suspicious that we've seen these pictures for a while now and no other teases have gone up. Like, it's not giving us a lot of faith in these products for sure.
This is the one with the real leather, right? The one on the right?
I think both of them have genuine leather. Yeah. It's a nice selling point, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. The Mars Toys Mr. J has been released. I think this figure looks pretty good. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I think Mars Toys, if there ever is going to be a company that's going to make that jump from third party to legitimate, I think it's probably going to be Mars Toys. I think they've done some good stuff for the DC people. Got 3 portraits here. Love that expressiveness on the left, but all 3 look really good. Get some different accessories here. And the only thing is, I think the hat, Manny was saying it just looked a bit odd being made of fabric. Again, I don't really have the eye for it, but in the photos that he showed, it certainly did look a bit big to fit over the sculpted hair. What do you think, Dean?
Yeah, I don't think it looks bad, but it's just like, this isn't the Joker people want. But I guess they already released that one, yeah? So, I guess, like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Do people want this?
Apparently, people...
I guess if they love the scene...
This is a really good release.
But yeah, do you like the scene, Eddie? Did you not feel like this is a really
one of the
bizarre
most
scene?
iconic? I would say this is one of the most iconic scenes from the movie.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people love it. To me, like rewatching it, I didn't connect with me at all, for sure.
Yeah,
this
I
is
think
probably
you gotta
the
be like...
most thing I remember from the movie. To be honest, the most standout Joker scene is this.
I think it just depends on the connection you have with that Joker, right? Like, who is the one? And I feel like, I think for like the main, like majority, it's been Heath Ledger for so long. But it's nice that we're getting these options by Mars Toys, that they're going back and hitting those other IP, like other movies that we didn't get with Hot Toys. So it's kind of cool. I mean, I know that we did get one from Hot Toys, but a lot of people missed out on it, you know. So getting this option is pretty cool, man. I just hope that they can tackle some other ones too, because this is very like I mean, I don't remember this movie completely to the dot. I don't even remember this scene right now. But like I said, like if I was to have one of these, it would have to be like the full on makeup Joker anyways.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you for sure.
Photo that Manny edited.
Yeah,
I sent this picture.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was funny. It made me laugh just like that.
Yeah, the hat looks a little goofy.
So I will say some people are mentioning that it's kind of a mismatch between the sculpt and the suit that you get. Like it's kind of partially the museum scene, but then partially a different scene. So that's kind of an interesting hybrid. Doesn't bug me again because I'm a casual when it comes to this film, but yeah, it might upset some people.
Good points. Good points. Let's see here. We have also from Mars Toys the Riddler. They say, who is next? And we got the Riddler's cane, and I don't know what this... I believe this is a 66 Riddler. I've not watched the 66 show that in-depth. But again, good to see that they're continuing on with the
Bro,
DC
did you
stuff.
just say this is the 66 Riddler?
Is this Jim Carrey?
And no one called him on it.
brain drain. I was confused with
1995, right?
with the cane on the right.
Jim
Yeah.
Carrey.
This is like the end look for Jim Carrey where he has like the silver suit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, it's a weird angle to take a picture like this, but
That's how
He's
Zach
going
takes
for the
it.
Stonehenge. dude.
he's going for the hinge, bro.
That's how Zach sent me the invite to this stream. I was like, all right.
That's my hidden
all right.
dragon. It was
Yeah.
the barcode.
You still
like,
showed up. Too.
He's like, I gotta make the staff look bigger.
Jesus Christ. Oh boy. X-Man Supreme, is this the angle you use for your jokes? Oh man, that is funny. Yeah, I don't know anything.
One
about
man's junk is another man's treasure.
Well, or woman's. It's 2024. It could be both. Well, there we go. I think we touched them all today. Get it or not, anything that we're getting today. I'm tempted by what Hono has to show us. I'm very interested.
Yeah, I just wish they were a little more obvious on what the fuck they're planning on doing. Just other pop culture. It's like, okay, what the fuck does that mean though? But yeah, I don't think anything we talked about today I'll be particularly trying to get.
I'm gonna probably pick up that Present Toys blade. I don't have it on order, but I'm hoping I can find it somewhere. And then I have that Riddler on pre-order, so I'm excited to finally get a Mars Toys figure in hand.
Yeah, I think I'm passing on everything in this stream, which I've got to be more selective moving forward, running out of space. So a lot of beautiful pieces, but I think they're all passes for me.
The only one is the Shorty Toby. Is that I'm going to go with? That's the only one that I got on pre-order.
Shorty Toby.
Shorty. Yeah, that's the only one. That's it. Other than
That one's coming home, too.
1999 Yeah.
No Way Home.
That's it. I think 1989 Batman would be cool, but I don't know.
He's out, isn't he?
No, the Batmobile.
Oh, the Batmobile. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But we'll see.
There you go. Chat, let us know as well what you guys are going to be getting. And a big shout out to our friends over at Collector Zone for their support of CW. If you want to place an order with them, you get 15% off all in-stock items and full pay pre-orders with code CW. They got a ton of great stuff. And Marcos there is an angel, very available for if you need a call or text or message or anything like that. He's got you covered. If you're looking for something, let him know and let him know that we sent you.
Bro.
Yes.
Oh, I was just going to say they announced Pure Art's Elden Ring stuff coming out. So I might be paying Collector Zone a visit very soon.
There you go. X-Man Supreme says Antonio Stark. So we always kind of talk about bad customer service, and every once in a while, every few months, I think it's cool to highlight some good customer service. I had some great customer service from our good friends over at Sideshow Collectibles. So during the unboxing, I noticed that there was like a stress mark in the suit of my Spider-Man figure. Dare I say even the beginning of a small hole, and I literally just opened it. And I sent them a message at 9 p.m, and by the time I woke up, they're like, yep, we are going to send you a replacement. Don't worry about sending the old one back. And I just got to say, we give them... No, we give them a lot of shit, and they sometimes do dingus things. But I think overall, their customer service is genuinely the best in the biz, right? Every once in a while, we kind of hear little things that don't go people's way with some things like this. Usually it's with shipper boxes and stuff like that. But I think when you actually get a figure and it does have like a objectively damaged part, they're really good about, exchanges or getting you a refund or giving you various options. I wasn't
slapping the replacement part on the opening or the fucking top of the box.
Jesus Christ.
Yes,
the
I'm
damn
still
sticker,
on that.
bro.
He's still on it. I'm going to get a box, and slapped in that thing is going to be a crumbled entire Spider-Man. Just, wouldn't that be funny? But, yeah, I mean, I was very impressed. You go to bed and you think like, fuck, like I'm going to have to argue with these people and No, I woke up. They asked for just one more picture. Sent it. Boom. Hour later, good to go. So really appreciate them for doing that. And
yeah, that looks way worse in photos than it did on the video last night.
It was hard to, yeah, because you were there. It was hard to get it to focus, but
yeah, that's crazy. That looked, because you said something about it, I was like, I guess, like, whatever. But that photo looks really bad.
Yeah, looks like the chat agrees. Sideshow CS has been more than fair with me on resolving issues. I may keep the second one just as a backup, so I guess if Eddie wanted first dibs and Thomas wanted second dibs, but I don't want Sideshow to think I'm taking advantage of like the return thing. It genuinely is like an issue, and I know posing it's gonna get worse. And if I ever sold it down the line, I would certainly lose money because of that issue. Right? It's no longer pristine figure.
Put the pristine one in the box and then pose the fuck out of that one.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna plan to do. Yeah. Anyways, do you guys have any experiences that you want to share, or you want to give some props to? A big business, a small business.
Yeah, I went to Jack in the Box the other day. I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
They give you enough
ranch?
Never enough ranch, dude.
Damn, Martin says he's had some bad experiences.
Wow.
I'm curious what you got. And like I said, X-Man Supreme says he's had a few more than fair experiences. Marco.
No, Sideshow always comes through, honestly. Like, I think the only time I had an issue was, I think it was the Mark 47, and they kind of had those magnet shoulder issues, and they didn't want to give me any replacement parts. They're like, you're going to have the same issues. We can just give you credit if you repair it yourself. And I was pretty insistent, like, I don't want to repair it myself. And they're like, that's really the only option. So we'll give you, I want to say they gave me either $25 or $30 in credit. And so that was the only disappointing part. But I think every other time I've had an issue, they've always come through. So yeah, it's worth sometimes paying a bit more, knowing that they're going to take care of you.
100%. Anyone else? I was hoping.
I had a good experience on eBay. I'll say that.
Okay, the Bay.
Yeah, I got an Iron Man, and the head sculpt came in damaged. Like it just chipped. Like the paint just like chipped off. And so, I told the guy, I was like, "Hey man, like it came in chipped. Like most of the head sculpts are selling for like $70 on overseas and stuff," and he refunded me $80. And so that was pretty cool because I was able to get the head sculpt, and then he had already given me a discount on the Iron Man. I think I paid like $170 for it. So that was already like, so it came out to like $110 for an Iron Man, which considering eBay fees and all that stuff, that was a pretty good bargain. So I was happy with that. It's one of the best experiences. I haven't had issues with Sideshow, so I can't talk bad about Sideshow or good about them. So it's just eBay so far is where it's been at.
Which Iron Man was it?
Mark 45, I think. Is it the one from Age of Ultron at the very end?
I had an issue with that one.
Oh, nice. Okay, I think that is 45.
Yeah. I get them confused with the Hulkbuster number, but I think it is 45 because 46 was Civil War.
Yeah.
Bro, Mark 46 just shipped.
Oh,
I canceled mine.
I'm so proud of you, dude. I'm so proud of you.
He's not proud of you.
Cancel it, Zach?
Well, it was fucking. They tried to charge the payment on the same day as this whole $400 figure. Nick
That's
says,
your fault, though.
Okay, you fucking got it. Nick says, shout out to those punks at Pop Collectibles for finally shipping my Toby after like 10 emails. You may have played yourself, bro. You might get batch 1, though. Sam says, I ordered a $1,500 alien queen statue from Sideshow, and the head had a tiny crack. They sent me another next day. Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited to get my replacement. Maybe I'll do a little mini unboxing. Anyone else in the chat or on the panel want to share? I was hoping this might run a little bit longer, but we can move forward if we need to.
I've had amazing experiences with Sideshow. Just recently, my endgame cap came in with the clips on a cap shield, how it like is literal clips that clip in.
Yeah, such a bad design. Those should be magnets.
They're tiny, man. And I've never had issues with them, but this one it came in, and the second that I unclipped it, it snapped, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks." So you can still use it because he could still hold the clip, and it still looks like he's holding on to his shield. But I was like, I emailed Sideshow, and I was like, "Hey, the clip snapped like the second I unclipped it," and they sent me a brand new one. So I got 2 of those shields now, which is cool because I see people using extra parts to make like Endgame diorama scenes, so I might do that. But anytime I've had an issue with Sideshow, they're super quick at responding, and so yeah, they're awesome. I know I don't recall any other companies that I've had like issues with where I had to say, oh, something came in messed up.
I fucking hate you, Bird.
So yeah, I can't remember anything off the top of my head, but if I remember, I'll make sure to speak up on it.
Big old friend says I ordered from Zach's Wonderland and it only took less than a month to get my stuff.
Dude, I made an inquiry with Zach's Wonderland and I'm still waiting on that. You know, it's like,
well, first off, I said it might be possible, and you're like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna buy the figure." I didn't say it was possible. I said it might be possible. Martin said that he had the Zatanna premium format arrive broken and they replaced it, but the replacement had a defect. Sideshow just brushed me off. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear
Prove
that.
it.
But
No, I'm just playing.
Jesus Christ. I was. Here we go. X-Man Supreme says my CW Ahsoka lightsaber tab broke when I was trying to remove it for hip storage. They sent me an entire accessory tray. Sideshow, please, for love of God, if you're watching this, which I know you're not, send me the web shooters too. That would be fantastic. But that's
an extra
I will
hands.
just say that.
No, I don't need extra hands.
I will say to Martin though.
No. I'm not gonna sell it, Sideshow.
So I don't know how long ago Martin had this issue, but I will say, sometimes you get a dud, right? It's a lot of humans that you're dealing with. Sometimes you get someone who doesn't want to help you, which doesn't happen as often at Sideshow, but I would call and try to get someone else, honestly. I would keep pressing the issue if it's recent enough, because if you got a replacement and it still has an issue, then it's on them to fix it.
Sam says, didn't Fern have an issue with Legoland where he bought a set and he realized his dad just bought him a puzzle?
Shit.
Oh
That's
my God, that's a deep cut.
Throwback. That is a deep cut. SpongeBob says, see, Zach, Eddie sounds unappreciative. Sell Spidey to me. Screw that guy. Oh, boy.
Wow. What happened to Classy, Thomas?
Jesus. This is knife in the back, Thomas. Our movie of the week, Carlos, you were very last minute, so if you haven't watched it, that's totally fine.
Lucky you.
Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. The series begins shortly after Attack of the Clones as the failing galactic... I just want to see these. No, just kidding. When I cannot read. When a colony on the edge of the galaxy finds itself threatened by the armies of the tyrannical Regent Belisarius, they dispatch a young woman with mysterious past to seek out warriors from neighboring planets to help them take a stand. First off, how dare you, Chris Porteous, fucking put the Clone Wars with my little mistake last week, and it was fucking funny.
That was so funny, dude. That was amazing. I wish I had thought of that.
So, I feel like this movie was okay, but I think some of the flaws that it has in modern films is like the tell, don't show mentality, right? Like the opening scene, they're like, this fucking assassin killed the entire king's bloodline and like kind of sent the galaxy into disarray. And all they're showing you in the back is like a ship exiting a portal. I'm like, well, I fucking kind of would have wanted to have seen that. That sounds pretty cool. And they do it a few times in the movie. Now, supposedly, I don't know if this is true, Dean, maybe you can confirm this, but I remember when I first heard about this, there was kind of the rumor that like, oh, this was a pitch Star Wars show. It didn't get approved, and so Zack Snyder's like, fuck it, I'm just going to make it on Netflix. But the plot of this is like really definitely A New Hope, or like very close to New Hope. It's like kind of really obvious.
Yeah, super obvious.
And it kind of got exhausting after a while. I'm impressed that the part 2 is coming out in April. I didn't hate this movie. I think the Rotten Tomatoes like the 60%. It's kind of what I felt about it. There were some scenes that were very beautiful. There were some scenes that felt a bit dark and like kind of weirdly shot. Overall, it's okay, but I guess it's impressive that they're making a part 2 that's coming out in April so soon. But I was talking to my friend Chris about this, and he said this movie reminded him of A Bug's Life, where like, the locusts are coming and they're going to take all the food and they got to stop this from happening. And I guess that's a pretty good way to put it, like a Star Wars Bug's Life. They filmed both films back to back. Okay, I didn't know that. But I I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was just I'll probably watch the second one though, but I'm not a big fan of Zack Snyder stuff. Like I think the Snyder cut, I think it was okay. I didn't love it. I don't know that I was really the target audience for that, but
about 300.
300 was dope. I like 300.
See, okay, but Zack Snyder didn't write 300.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a comic book that was it
And
Frank
also
Miller?
Watchmen. The Zack Snyder stuff that I like, he didn't write.
Yeah, I don't know that he's a great writer
Or director, as a matter of fact.
He actually probably
Wow,
terrible.
well,
I mean, that's fair because the best part about 300 is the like cinematography, but it's literally panel for panel the comic book. So you're
Martin
probably
says,
also not wrong.
I was hoping Rebel Moon would feel like it was written by a 16-year-old in a good way, but it felt like it was written by a 16-year-old in a bad way. Yeah, that's probably the best. I'm gonna keep that on the screen. That's
It's
pretty
like
good.
Twilight, dude.
Dude, Twilight's
What's
dope.
16-year-old in a good way?
Yeah, well, hang on.
That I don't know if
Hang
I'd
on.
keep that comment.
Like
up
you're
there.
like you're just
on.
like kind
Just kidding.
of like how the Russo brothers make, when they were cooking with the Avengers films, it felt like they were playing with action figures in a lot of ways. Like they gave us things that we
You played
desperately
with
wanted
action
to see on
figures
the...
at 16?
Well, no, I didn't. I wish I did.
Bro, we're
Going back,
fucking
I wish I
30
did.
talking about action figures right now. What the fuck are you talking about?
play
I
with
wish
your
I never
action figures?
stopped. I wish I never stopped. But what I will just say about Zack Snyder really quick, though, going into this film, like I had pretty low expectations, knowing it's going to be beautiful, but they're so soulless in so many ways, so many of his films, right? Like he just has a way to make the most beautiful scenes that you've ever seen with the dumbest character decisions where you feel so detached from the characters, like they're not written like humans. And this is just a continuation of that. And it's a bummer because he's so talented. He makes some of the most iconic, beautiful shots that I think I've ever seen in films. But it's just it's a bummer that the movies, he's never been able to put it all together. I think 300 was probably the closest that he came, and Eddie kind of mentioned his involvement overall. And so, yeah, I'm rooting for him because there are films that I liked. Batman versus Superman, I liked despite all the Zack Snyder flaws that it has. And maybe because I went in knowing like, okay, it's a Zack Snyder film, it's gonna be dumb, but you can appreciate a lot of the things. Cause like the warehouse Batman scene, the Batmobile chase scene, there are some like incredible things in there that no one else is giving us but Zack Snyder. But he just writes some of the dumbest things I've ever seen. So I will watch part 2, but I'm not very optimistic at all.
Okay, the only dumb part of Batman versus Superman is the Martha part.
Martha!
That is the only dumb writing.
Why did you say that name?
Other than that, that is exactly how.
Also, the
he would
casting
have
for Lex
responded.
Luthor.
Yes, okay, I'll give you that too. But that is exactly how Batman would have responded to Superman. That was warranted. I don't feel anything.
That's not
was
even
wrong
part
with
of the
that.
dumb part. No, I won't even get into it here. But there are other
Goddamn
flaws.
right,
But
you
I
won't
think
get
the
into
movie
it.
gets
You
more
shouldn't
hate than it
have mentioned it.
deserves. It gets more hate than it deserves. I enjoy the film despite its flaws.
Rebel Moon?
No one enjoyed this film despite
Man,
its huge flaws.
I'm a big Snyder fan. I'm not gonna lie, and I enjoyed BVS and the Snyder Cut. I did not enjoy Rebel Moon, man. That was hard to watch for me. I couldn't get into the movie. The best scene was when that lady was fighting the spider. Like that was the coolest scene for me. And then after that, I couldn't get
Laser
into
swords. That's pretty dope.
I feel like
the laser swords.
What
Like
was her
that
name,
whole
Venom,
sequence was
or
cool. I
what
have
was it?
no
Dude, she
idea
was
what the lady.
badass.
I don't even know what the main character's name was. Like I wasn't even paying attention. I
See-
guess that's also another thing.
Yeah, it's very forgettable.
they didn't do a good job of like she's supposed to be one of the best fighters in the universe. Like they all every time they're like, "Oh, that's General whatever." And it's like, I don't give a shit about her. I don't give a shit about any of these characters. And the idiot that gets the dude killed like for the harvest, I'm like, dude, why do they keep this guy around? What the hell? And the one character I like, his story takes a turn. You hate to see it. I don't know what was going on. This movie is enjoyable, like looking at it. Other than that, like I enjoyed nothing.
Yeah, This I was so fucking hyped up for this movie. I've just been so disappointed with Star Wars lately that I was like, give me some good fucking sci-fi, like please. And anything that has to do with like an Imperium, a fucking space emperor, fucking, you know, like 40K or even Dune, right? Or just anything on that scale, I'm all about. So I was fucking pumped. And this movie is so... I don't want to say it's a boring movie because it's not. I really enjoyed the main character, even though I don't remember her name. But all of the movie is dedicated to her story, which is fine. But they spend so much time building this team and not really giving them any time to shine. Because even when they get into a battle, they all get their asses kicked. It's like, I thought these people were supposed to be badasses. The girl with the laser swords has a cool fight scene, but I don't know anything about her. They never talk to her. So she's not interesting at all. So it's like, okay, she fought a cool bad guy and that was it. The general's supposed to be this like hardened fucking badass and like, oh, don't fuck with this dude. He's fucking badass. And you never see him do anything in the movie. And again, you don't get to know the character at all. So it's like, like Eddie said, you're not invested in anything these people are doing. The pacing is fucking awful because you have all these action scenes and then each one is interrupted by a slow flashback of the main character's story. And those are interesting bits, but like, it just feels like it doesn't go anywhere. And then at the end, it's like they shot their load too fast. It was like, bro, they should have fucking saved this fight for like the second movie. And then the main bad guy from Deadpool, which he's such a good fucking bad guy. I honestly love that.
Yeah,
guy.
he's good.
I think he might be the best part about this movie, honestly.
I think so too, actually.
I was glad at the end of the movie that, you know, what happened to his character. But then it's also kind of like, well, why didn't you just save that for the second movie? Because like this movie, nobody earns anything in this movie. Everything's almost just handed to them. It was just not great. Beautiful. Like everyone said, this movie is beautiful to look at, but that's about it. I didn't even really enjoy the music. It was very, like Ren Fair. Like, didn't feel very spacey, but it also like wasn't good Ren Fair music. Like, bro, if I'm gonna listen to like Baroque music, like it should be like Skyrim. You know what I mean? Like fucking gorgeous, like beautiful, and it just like wasn't. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like it didn't keep me wanting to like keep listening to it. So it was just kind of like, eh.
Dude,
I'll watch the second one. Hopefully, you know, once we get the bigger picture, like the first movie will get better, but I don't know.
This is how he gets you though, because you're like, there was so much cool, interesting, cool looking stuff in this film. Like maybe he'll figure it out in the next one, and he never really does. He never really does.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, it's like, bro, I want to like all these characters. Like they weren't awful people. Like the prince with the Pegasus thing, or whatever the fuck that was. That character was like, oh, this guy has, I mean, he's a prince, but he's like a slave on this planet. Like, what's his fucking story? Like, they're all kind of interesting, but we're not given anything to enjoy them. So, we'll see.
Dude, and the brother, Darian Bloodaxe, I had to look him up because I didn't remember that name. But when he shows up on screen, I was like, this is Bishop. Like, literally, he could be Bishop in a live-action X-Men movie. I was like, damn, it looks good. Then I looked up who the actor was, and I was like, nah, never mind. I don't want this guy cast in anything. But
why?
Because it's the dude that played Cyborg, and he's just super fucking annoying. But, dude, his sacrifice, I was like, why? This guy just sacrificed.
Yeah, you could have waited 60 seconds. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Nothing's earned. Everything's so rushed.
Is that like Jonathan Kent sacrificing himself in
dude.
Man of Steel? It's like, why?
That pisses me off.
He's so fast. He could, anyways.
But the memes we got out of it, amazing.
Yeah. DJ says release George Lucas cut.
That's pretty good.
There you go. Yeah, apparently when they release the Snyder cut, this will be big. Anyone else want to say anything before we move on?
Anthony Hopkins, didn't see that coming. Went nowhere.
There you go. We have RoboCop chosen by Marco for next week, and the week after, The Crow chosen by Big Ben.
Again? I feel like he chose The Crow not that long ago.
I don't think so.
Or he was talking about it?
He was talking about it.
Oh,
he hasn't seen it, so he wants to watch it.
Oh, okay.
I think he's trying to convince himself to buy a figure, which I've done. It's not a good move, Ben. Not a good move. Dean, can we say thank you to the Patreonies, please?
Yeah, give a quick shout out to Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, David Jones, Sam Gist, Daminator, Joao Beretta, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Guns, Figs, Billy Badfish, Toy Cartel, Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Big Ol' Fern, Cesar Marquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Rick DeGregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, The Illustrious Rainer, Alan Morgan, Tukathri Watt, Derek B., Aries Portillo, Alvin J., Aurelius Delgado, Jazz Carroll, Joe Ridley, Pablo Meza, D-Rock, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC, 3PO, Scott Smith, Don Madon, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Mizanars, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi the Judgmental, and Brenton Palmer. Wow.
Wow, the remix. We have a January sticker for you guys. We're still thinking of a February one. If you're in the Patreon chat and you have an idea of what you want, let us know. We're doing the Mark Pearson Collector of the Year sticker to celebrate our newest collectors of the year and kind of just to immortalize it as a sticker. We'll announce the next one hopefully next week or so. And if you're in the Patreon chat, let us know what you'd like to see, or in the comments. That would be great as well. Patreon starts at $5 a month for the digital tier, $7.50 for the Sweet Angel tier. You get stickers sent straight to your door. Both tiers get you access to the Ox After Dark Vault. Certified Crispy at $15 a month for figure fix assistance, and the What a Guy tier for doubles of all the stickers we send, and a Pog Deluxe set. Here we go. Charlie the Unicorn says, wish they reviewed better movies. YouTube channel members, we got Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Andrew Giebel, Benjamin Hansen, Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, CT603, DJ Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gear Bear, Good Old Spotchka, Gotham Cenobites, Justin Sports Cards, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike Litteris, Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 1-6 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Fool, S Beam, Sam Gist, Scarnlord, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Sunnyvale Rust, The Ben Thomas Show, and Toy Mafia. YouTube memberships start at 99 cents for Patreon members and $2.99 for the Peanut Gallery. I wonder, Charlie, what movie would you like us to review? I'm curious. We have TeePublic as well. I think TeePublic's on sale. I think for like the next day. I wouldn't buy if it's not on sale. They're okay shirts. They're not super great, but we got some cool stuff there. And yeah, that's it. Zio, do you want to plug your channel, and Eddie and Marco and everyone else? Plug away. Shout out to
yeah, man. Thank you for having me, first of all, on here. Sorry I was running late. On Mondays, I'll do a unboxing. I think I'll do an unboxing shortly after I do. So normally go around 7:30 Central, and I'll do live unboxings. I'll have a guest if anybody else has something to unbox as well. And then just pictures going on, reels going on Instagram and stuff like that. So about it, just creating content with the figures. Just like to do that creative aspect of, the digital stuff. So just it's a little bit fun for me to do. So that's it, man. Thank y'all for having me, though. Appreciate it, though.
Hell yeah, dude. What a legend. What an absolute legend.
You are, man.
Marco, Eddie, do you guys have anything cool going on your channels?
Nothing to plug at this moment, but just want to shout out Zio. And I really hopped in his stream last night. Really cool to see, the thing he's doing, and glad we were able to get him on the show. So, definitely go check him out. And I'll announce on our Instagram when we're doing the next live stream, which hopefully will be sometime this week or next.
You popped into Reverse Zio's stream?
That's right. You should have been there.
You didn't stop by ours.
It was before your stream, so you hate to see it.
I'm the opening act, and then y'all are the main show,
That's right.
Wow. Apparently not. He didn't even stop by.
Wow. This or that.
Awkward. Jesus Christ.
Not at the same time.
This, then that. We have, I guess I had our slides out of order. We have Seed of Live Tuesday. I believe we got Small Talk this week. OFAC alternating Thursdays. Question of the Week on Sundays. After Dark tomorrow at 10:30. We'll be playing more Scribble tomorrow. So if you enjoy that, join us tomorrow. Bricks and Brews monthly. And we might be playing D&D on Saturday. Mind Flayers up in Baldur's Gate 3. So should be a fun week of content. Eddie, you want to shout out anything? Been quiet for a little bit.
No, I'm good.
All right, man. A few words tonight.
I love that guy.
Love it. Love it. Live, laugh, loud. Anyways, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Marco.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Carlos.
We'll catch you guys. Actually, chat, you guys are amazing tonight. We had almost 100 people watching. It was super cool. Booming. Okay, Eddie, how about you shut the hell up? How about you become a man of few words again?
From the top.
Anyways, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
Hi, Marco.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Carlos.
We love you guys, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.